What are the top five skills you had force every student to learn if they are doing their engineering or doing anything related to stats, and they are looking to build their career in data?
I would definitely want them to learn stats, basically, right? So your hypothesis testing, your p-values, regression coefficients, what is a linear logistic regression, classification metrics, and all. Now, because it's in when I grew up, it was, I mean, it was kind of mandatory to understand these. Now I think I see this in some pockets, it's becoming optional because there are these tools that do everything for you. It's become optional to basically, understand what it means. I don't think it's optional. I think you still need to understand it so that you can explain it to people. First of all, understand it so that you understand it, and then you explain it to people, and then you are able to advise on why this is bad, right? Obviously, some of the code lines can do it for you, but then you should do it yourself as well because ultimately you need to stand on your work, right? So you do, and like for example, we talked about a lot of error debugging and all that. That would become really helpful in case when kind of things go south. So definitely keep a good grasp of your stats, I would say. Pick up a programming language, right? I would I mean, are Python are the kind of programming languages of choice at the moment. Pick any one, pick both, but definitely kind of, when I say pick up, I don't mean kind of be a champion on it because you're just starting, but maybe do like some bit of work on it so that it, when somebody's talking about it, you understand what they mean, right? So just like pick it up. I would say a third kind of a skill I would definitely recommend is work on your communication skills because communications will lead to your relationship forming as well, will lead to your stakeholder management in projects as well. I think communication is a very important skill. So learn to be empathetic, right? I would say learn to listen and grasp more, basically, is what I would say, because in those meetings, people will say less, but you need to understand more. You need to read between the lines. So definitely kind of practice a lot of kind of communication is what I would say. So that would be three. Then I'm thinking what else? I know I mentioned the coding languages are Python. I would say that SQL is a must. SQL is a must. You can learn it through any of those Gen AI tools, but I don't know any organization which is not doing SQL basically. So definitely
Great.
kind of learn a bit of SQL. In future, there might be a world wherein we may not need it, but we are not there yet. I would say definitely kind of get into SQL. What else? Yeah, I would say yeah. I mean, and something that's probably less important because you can do it on the job is your standard office tools as well, your Excel docs and whatnot. I'm hoping that it's already there.
Right.
But yeah, do learn it. Do learn how to use Gen AI as well, because I think it's a very valuable source. I'm hoping a lot of people who are already kind of just about to start their careers, they already know it, but understand when and how to use ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, how to play with these, and because they are there for to your advantage, it's on you to make use of them. So why not at least understand on how to use them and then potentially kind of use them whenever possible. One more thing, Sudhanshu, that I recommend, and it's not a skill, but once you do all of the above, try to do a small dummy project. Get onto Kaggle, get a data set in,
Right.
right? Kind of do some slicing, dicing, some graphs, right? Some basic insight understanding, probably build a very simple model and see how it looks like. Because once you do that, you will put all those skills into practice. And I
Yeah, that's cool. So in some summarization, coding language. Second would be,
stats is very important.
yeah, stats,
Stats,
SQL, communication, and any tool, especially Gen AI tools, and then Office tools.
definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
Gen AI, Office tools, and maybe just make sure you get to utilize it on our project, and that's the cherry on the cake, I would say.
Okay. Now, people who are already
So one more
working.
thing, Sudhanshu,
Yeah,
if I
yeah,
may just add one more thing, just so doing all that, I think you will see in interviews the thing that sets you apart is still problem solving. You're doing all the peripheral
right,
items to make you strong, but the thing that will set you apart is still your problem solving skills. So maybe read up and try to basically kind of brush up on them. So yeah.
right. When it comes to problem solving, in the beginning, I used to think that, okay, I'm not a good problem solver because maybe as I move forward and all, it's all about practice. And the more you practice with problems, the more you experience. Because most of the time, we are solving problems as humans. That's
Yes.
basically what we do, right? It's not
Yes.
always that you are solving a maths problem or a coding problem, but in day to day lives, you are solving problems. So it's basically that you need to just get the exposure of those particular kind of problems that gets in your way in analytics or
Yes.
data science, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
absolutely. I think problem solving, as you rightly said, we do on a daily basis. I think it's the art of breaking one problem into multiple sub problems. And that's true for general life as well. That's true for data science as well. That's true for all domains. So I think applying that, as you mentioned, like, just probably reading through some of those specific case studies or actually solving them through some Kaggle data sets or no, or what can kind of be super helpful.